Hi, good afternoon. I asked three teachers where I teach in Philadelphia the following questions. Do you think technology broadens the students' thinking? That's the first one. Second question, how to decide that certain technology choice is going to be more effective on helping students in the classroom? My third question is a general question. I asked the teachers I interviewed what is their opinion and attitudes on technology's integration in their classroom. My fourth question is I always think about. This is the following: does technology gets in the way or prevent positive and great analog thinking and learning, especially in language and art? Because I'm a French teacher, so I always think about this question number four. And my question, number five, do you encounter students who are struggling and frustrated with the use of technology? So the answer of I received from the first question, do you think technology broadens students' thinking and perspective? I asked this question to a French language teacher. He's my colleague, and the result was very positive. She noticed that students were really excited to meet the student. She basically contacted other school in Morocco, and so her students were able to talk to students from Morocco. So since Morocco they speak French, it's a francophone country, and the students were really they learned a lot about this encounter with students from Morocco, because they thought French is spoken only in France, and even though they learned about francophone and francophone is spoken in many countries in Africa, but they were really surprised to see in person, to talk in person with students from Morocco, and that's really very positive about technology. It broadened their perspective about the world and about and learning about other culture and other people, and it's good for them. It's a good challenge for the students to see other other students from other nations, how they speak French, since they are francophone, so they speak it better. They speak it, they grew up with it, so it's a very positive. And I believe in person that's a great plus for technology. Question number two, the answer is I received how to decide. I'm going to repeat question number two. How to decide what certain technology is going to be more effective in the classroom. The answer here I received, when covering material, it is big plus to use technology, because the wide range of the materials there on the internet, on the webs, it's really it's amazing. For example, me, when sometimes I want to teach about passé composé, about the présent, but I really find a lot of great materials. And here again, I received a question from another French colleague, and she was telling me the problem is this is the plus part. The negative part is it's hard to give assessments like tests or quizzes in using technology, because she found out that some students, not all of them, they cheat. They can go to other website, and just take some ideas, and they use Google Translates, and does not translate. When you translate from a language to a language, you cannot translate word to a word. No, it's a whole different. So she found out that some students, they use that, and it's not effective when it comes to assessing the students. The only way is to give homework through iTunes U, what I use, or through many apps we use So that's a positive part, but the negative part is that students, can cheat, plagiarize when it comes to that. So, and question number 3, technology change comes to, so question number 3 about the integration of technology in the classroom. And many I have a lot of teachers. They use Google Doc. They use many other apps, and they are really, and they really, they really use a lot of technology and how they use certain apps to do to send homeworks. But the only negative part that you see from that is that a lot of teachers are struggling with new technologies coming in, always like, and they're so fast, the new technology, and they and they don't have enough support when it comes to that. So they always feel like there is always have to catch up with new technology, and they have to learn it, and not enough support, so they have to learn new technology all the time. What else? And that's what I said. Students has more access and more resources, but only for the teachers, they always falling behind, and that's. I guess and for question number 4, just for the question for does technology gets in the way of preventing great analogy? This is actually I like. And many, especially teachers who teach languages or art, they argue that it's good, it's technology, it's amazing thing, it's a great thing, but it's sometimes you need live person, you need like interaction with the students to disagree with each other, to give each other's feedback, and so they really value one-on-one dialogue. So for the students to feel each other, to interact with each other live in person. Thank you very much. I wish I could go a little bit longer, but it's only 7 minutes 34. So thank you. That was my observation about teaching.